It is really nice out here, and I'm taking you guys along for my morning Sunday walk. And guess where I'm at? I am at Lancaster Park. I don't know if that's the name of it, but I'm so sure that's the name of it. That's the name of it today. Because why? Because we're in Lancaster, and this is the park. So we're naming it Lancaster Park, which I'm pretty sure it has another name. And if you know, you know. If you don't, I'm sorry that I don't know the name of it. Look at the pond, the beautiful water. We got some ducks on our road today, on our little walk today. It's really beautiful out here. I love it. They've done some different things since I've been out here. I can see that and I can tell because they have taken out some trees or bushes or something, and then they put in a pavilion, which is pretty cool. They need to put in a little bit more of these little park benches, but I guess they said they don't want people over here walking, and plus, there's more benches over there, I guess they say. But we're gonna see because we're gonna walk around this whole place. We're gonna walk to the back. I have been walking this park since I moved to Lancaster about 4 years ago. Um, and I normally take the dog over here with me, my grand dog, Dallas, but she doesn't live with me anymore. So normally she loves walking around this park. And of course, she loves all the attention that everybody gives her, of course. She is a German Shepherd Rottweiler mix. She's beautiful, she's tame, she's calm, it's the calmest dog I ever known. Love that dog, I miss her. But dogs are just so much responsibility. I have a W-2, I go to school, and I'm starting back up tomorrow podcast. So yeah, dogs are a lot of responsibility. So I don't know if I want that responsibility. I'm gonna see. So the other side, this is the rec center, I believe. Yeah, the Lancaster Rec Center. So it's really pretty out here. I love walking out here. I miss walking out here. I haven't been out here in so long, but we're gonna change that because y'all know I'm going to see Usher and Chris Brown in concert. So, I have to get fined for that. The boyfriend told me, he said, "You're going to do what?" Unless I'm going to the concert, so I have to get fined. He said, "Why? They're not gonna see you." Yes, they are. I have front row tickets. They're gonna see me. Morning. So, front row tickets, yes, they are. So, so this trail goes really far. That's the way we came here, right? So that trail goes pretty far. I'm not for sure if I'm gonna walk it this morning because I have lots of things to do, but I'm definitely gonna walk it enough for you guys to have a nice view. But I love my route. Oh yeah, see, I was right. Lancaster Parks and Recreation. So yeah, it's probably called Lancaster Park. Something. I'm sure it has another name. That's the library right there, which is pretty cool. I went in there. We went in there, me and my coworker, um, and it was pretty cool. They have lots of different things. I can't wait to come back. I got my library card. Uh, yeah, it was just pretty cool. So it's a very beautiful library. Yes, they do like libraries. Okay, I heard that dog. It's not a dog, but it's cool. So, they said this park is amazing. Look at the statues. Nice sitting area over there. I'm not for sure if they had this last time I went to that sitting area, which I don't think so because, like I said, I think some things are new. They put in some trees as well because not all these trees is over here. And no, they didn't grow because I haven't been gone that long from the park. So don't say, oh, they probably grew. No, I haven't been gone that long from the park. So I'm meant to go back and look at some old videos and look at these trees because all these trees right here I think are new. They've always had these trees on this side. These are the spitting trees. They're spitting all over me. But it's a beautiful park. I think we're gonna go back here and cut back around. So, um, so now that I have my camera equipment and my lights, the only thing with the lights is I'm gonna have find a power source. So let me show you guys this. I want to shoot a whole movie over here. Um, so do you see how the trees line up like orchards, right? So can you imagine the lights, scary lights, illuminating the trees, and we film over there in the trees? Yeah, that's gonna be fire. So I'm writing my script, creating my script. I'm going to collaborate on this script. This script is a collaboration. Then I got to get my permits, my shooting permit to shoot over here. So shoot this whole little area right here. That's gonna be a nice scary movie. So yeah, we got to get some power lights, power strips, things like that. Generator, I guess that's what I need. So that will be coming. Make sure y'all look for that. And yes, I did go up the path, but I'm gonna cut back on the path later. See, this is the back of the library. So let me tell y'all my story. It's story time, okay? I went to the doctor and I had a colonoscopy appointment, okay? I went to this hospital. It's a different doctor. I've had a colonoscopy appointment one other time. I love the people at the facility. Loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it, right? Well, this not so much, okay? This facility was at, first of all, it was the hospital that I said that I would never go back to, which is Crescent City Hospital. It is actually in Lancaster. I only knew that my doctor was in Lancaster. I did not know that it was at a hospital, nor my cellular data. So, like I said, my doctor referred me. I told him where I lived, and he said, "Good morning." Hey, good morning. And he said, "Okay, well, I'll refer you to Sonny in Lancaster." So he did. Um, I had a call with the doctor, and they said, "Okay, well, this doctor's going to call you, and he's going to talk to you. It's over the phone." Perfect. So I'm expecting him to call me, ask me all these questions. Nope, he called me to tell me that he was the one that's going to be doing my colonoscopy and what day is good for me. I said, any day. He says, cool, let's do it on Wednesday the 7th, Perfect. Y'all know what happens the day before a colonoscopy. And if you don't know, let me tell you what happens the day before a colonoscopy. You can't eat anything. So Monday was my last day eating, and I don't eat dinner after 7, just because it's better for you, because your food time to digest, all that good stuff, okay? Look it up if you don't know. So Monday, 7 o'clock, I eat my dinner. Cool. Tuesday, I'm at home, working from home. So it's okay. It's cool. I don't have any distractions. So I can do a liquid diet all day. All day, liquid diet. If you don't know anything about colonoscopy, you guys have to do a liquid diet in order to get your butt looked at. And you're not getting your butt looked at, you're getting your colon looked at. So let's just say it right. You're getting your colon looked at. But you still have to clean the shit out in order to get your colon looked at, right? Okay, cool. So let's get back on this. Tuesday morning, wake up. I totally forgot to get me my liquid stuff, which is all clear liquids. Clear Jello, not red, not blue. No blue dyes, no red dyes. Everything is clear. Liquids is clear. Anything. But remember, I can't eat solid food. So the only foods I can eat is Jello, applesauce, popsicles. Clear popsicles at that. I don't know what the fuck a clear popsicle is. And it's not even a clear popsicle, maybe orange. I think that's what he was trying to say. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Anything red and blue, right? Right. Okay, so y'all trail leads all the way to the street. But we'll do that next time. Okay. So I go, 9 o'clock, I get there. well, the day before, Tuesday, they called me to confirm my appointment, and I said yes. And they said, hey, y'all send me an address of like $7777, some da da da. And she was like, oh, well, it's at Crescent City Hospital. That was the first time that I heard that it was at Crescent City. Obviously, it does not like the other areas over there, okay? So I said, oh, it's at Crescent City. That's right down the street. Okay, unfortunately, but okay. So we went anyway, right? 9 o'clock, get there, and my son's taking me, So they say you can. That's a really pretty, whatever that is very pretty, and I need that in my garden. It almost looks like it should have been a water lily, but I don't know what that is. And it has little waters on it. Little dewdroppings. Oh, I'll have to come back and get that picture so I can find out what that is. But anyway, back to the story. So I get there at 9 o'clock. I check in. She's like, oh, visitors check in and the person's check in. Interesting. I don't know why the visitor has to check in, but cool. She didn't know what I needed, but that's okay. I go to check in and I see that my doctor's name all up and down the paper. Like that's the only fucking doctor there today. So what the fuck is going on? So I go and I sit in the hallway, stand in the hallway, and for about 15 minutes. And then finally, some chairs open up in the waiting room. So I go in the waiting room and I sit for another 15, 20 minutes. Then I go to her to say, hey, my appointment was at 9. Here it is like 9:45. What do I need to do? And she's like, oh, I was just coming to get you to check in. So she checks me in. Oh, they should be with you shortly. Cool. Fucking 10:30. 10:30. Now, mind you, I haven't eaten since Monday. So not only am I starving, I'm a little exhausted because I'm tired. Don't really have any energy, okay? But that's okay. That's okay. So I call the office. Hey, is the doctor here? Do I need to reschedule? And she's like, well, why aren't you back there? She was just as confused as me, but I think she was just plain confused, really. Well, why aren't you back there? Well, I don't know. So I asked the little receptionist, hey, is he running late? Do I need to reschedule? She says, oh, no. There is a lot of y'all. My face. I have never been to anything like that. Good morning, how are you? Good morning. I have never been to a place like this, so I have no clue what you guys are talking about. What do you mean he has a lot of people? Oh yeah, he scheduled a lot of colonoscopies and da-da-da-da-da. I have never heard that a day in my life. Because why? Because I've had it done one time. One time. And I went into the facility, came out an hour later, and I was done, right? So cool. So they come back and get me again about 11. And I'm thinking, so now I have an attitude. Yes, I really do have an attitude because one, I'm hungry. I'm starving. Until you told me my appointment was at 9 o'clock. You didn't tell me my appointment was at 10. You didn't tell me my appointment was at 11. You didn't tell me anything of that such. Okay, cool. So like I said, now I'm hungry. Now I have an attitude. She comes back and gets me. I'm not the nicest person, but I'm not mean either. I just don't smile or don't answer all the questions. So she gets me back there and she starts apologizing immediately. Not because she sees that I have an attitude, but because she has an attitude. So she apologizes for her attitude. She apologizes for her shortness. And I say, that's okay, because I have one too. I'm starving and I'm ready to get this done. I've been sitting here since 9 o'clock and I have no clue why I'm just now getting in here. And she said, because we were swamped. There's so many, yeah. And then she stopped. So she basically is saying, he did too much. This is way too much. I don't know. It's just, I got the feeling that she was pissed. You know what I mean? Okay. Oh, the Helen Gideon's amphitheater. That's what this is. Did y'all see it? Y'all didn't see it while we was walking up. My bad. Let me show you. Hi, duckies. So this is the amphitheater, is what they're calling the amphitheater. The Helen Gideon's amphitheater. So I don't know who Helen Gideon's is. I'm sure I'll look her up and figure it out. Oh, look, I just found a mic. A mic. my kid. I'm so sure I'll figure it out who she is later, but this is the amphitheater that was here in her honor. And I wonder if this is her people or if people just came and did this. Because if so, I want to do it too. Okay, anyway, getting back to the story. So now she's asking me the questions. She's, Ellen, you allergic? You this? You're that? Nope, 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 not allergic. Not, nope, 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 nope. Good, perfect. Another lady comes in there and she says to me, oh, the lady in the front forgot to ask you something. Do we need to have a pregnancy test? Do you need to take a pregnancy test? And I said, oh no, I don't have a uterus. That's pretty simple, right? So for those that don't know, you cannot be pregnant without a uterus unless it's in your tubes. Then you have other complications, okay? But you can't be pregnant, okay? Just plain and simple. I know somebody's on here talking about, yes, you can, you can. You cannot be pregnant in your uterus when you don't have a uterus, okay? Okay, cool. I said, no, I don't have a uterus. So I don't know that she's still standing there because my eyes are closed. I laid back down on the bed because the lady is finished with me. My lady is finished with me. So then I open my eyes because I feel somebody staring at me and she goes, well, is that a no? Because I was agitated and aggravated, you know what I did? I closed my eyes and I laid back down. Yes, I closed my eyes and I laid back down. Let's go see what this is over here. So closed my eyes, laid back down. Didn't even answer her because my thing is you figured that out. Every time I come to this hospital, it's some bullshit. This is the second time that I've been to this hospital. The first time, I didn't have a uterus either. I hadn't had a uterus since my son was born in 2020. I haven't had a uterus since 2025. No, since 2005, my bad. Okay, so this is who the Helen Gideon's amphitheater is. So I haven't had a uterus since 2005. My son was born in 2000. Hadn't had one since 2005, right? Too many bugs over there. We're going to go this way. So, no fucking no, I'm not pregnant. Fuck no. I have had a tubal and I've had my uterus taken out. Tubal means they cut my tubes, tied it, sewed it, burnt it, clipped it, did whatever, and I can't have no more babies even if I have my uterus. Alrighty, so now that y'all have that history lesson. So, she walks away. The lady that's helping me, she just kind of smiles, kind of giggles, right? Because that was a dumb question. Because number one, you guys should definitely know this already. If I'm here to do a colonoscopy, shouldn't you guys already know that I am not pregnant? Yes, you guys should know. Matter of fact, the doctor on the phone asked me if I was pregnant, and I told him the same thing. No, I've had a hysterectomy and a tubal ligation. So double no, okay? No pregnancy, no nothing. The only way I'm going to be pregnant is if they rename me Mary Mother Magdalene, something like that, right? And if Jesus and his son came down and decided for me to be pregnant, that is the only way I'm going to be pregnant. Just letting y'all know. Okay, cool. So she tells me everything's fine. They'll be in here in a few minutes. So the lady gets in, another lady, my nurse lady, my oxygen lady. I'm going to call her my oxygen lady, Miss Nina. She was perfect. She was wonderful. Loved her. She was funny. Me and her cut up. And I'm not going to tell you why we was cutting up, but me and her was cutting up, and I did sell her some tea as well. So Nina comes and she says, hi, I'm going to be your nurse today, and we're going to go ahead and put this thing in your nose, and then I'm going to turn the oxygen on, da-da-da-da. So I'm thinking, I'm just to get some oxygen. I'm thinking, oh, maybe they do this differently, and I'm getting ready to go to sleep before I even get willed in there. No. She puts it in my nose. It doesn't turn anything on. And then I vaguely remember her saying, oh, I'm going to put this on. And when we get in there, then I'll hook her oxygen up. Now I remember what she said. Okay, cool. Not a problem. This is so beautiful out here. I cannot wait to film out here, guys. I wonder what that is. I'm not going to go and touch it, but I cannot wait to film out here. Film in these creeks. Yeah, I can't wait to film out here. Okay, so back to the story. So she wheels me out and I'm like, yes, finally. Oh, I'm so ready to eat. She comes in there. Another lady that I was bugging about when I was coming back there came and asked me how I was doing. She apologized for the long wait. And I looked at her and I said, I'm hungry. I'm ready to go. And I'm ready to go. So she, apologized, rubbed my little leg and was like, I'm sorry, it's almost over. So then she parks me. She actually puts the little stop down and we park. Like, I can't move this bench or bed if I wanted to. Nobody else could. So when she parked me, I was like, what are we doing? Why are we parked? And she's like, oh, they're almost finished with another person. When they come out, we'll go in. And I thought, okay, cool, 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 cool. So, we continue our conversation, continue cutting up and everything. Now, by this time, there's two other nurses over there because, again, like I said, I am cutting up, good cut up. I'm funny. I'm very funny. So I'm cutting up. I really wish I would have recorded this. So anyway, the nurses are talking to me and I'm telling them I'm hungry. I'm also complaining as well. They're also complaining to me as well. So the shit room opens up. The door to the shit room opens up. And yes, that's what we're going to call it, the shit room, because that's where you go inside and get your colonoscopy and all that kind of stuff. So the door to the shit room opens up. I look over and I'm thinking that they're just opening it up so they can come and get me. Fuck no. Fuck no. They are coming to rule somebody out. So they ruled somebody out. I looked him in his face. I'm looking at him. He's asleep though. He doesn't know that I'm looking at him. They will him out. Boom. I thought to myself, huh. So she gets ready and she unplugs the little latch on the computer, on my fucking bed, and starts to wheel me. I grab the little wall like this. Hold on. Time out. You can't take me back in that shit room. And y'all haven't even cleaned the shit room. Okay, tell me how that works. So she says, no, he's cleaning it now. I don't hear no mop. I don't see no mop. I don't see no janitor. I don't see. Wait. What? I don't. No. So she laughs. She wheels me in there. We go in there. And there is a young man in there cleaning up the little machine that they use. Again, where is the janitor? What about the floor? What about the walls? What about anything that may have squirted out? What about any of that kind of stuff? Well, you're just cleaning the equipment? What the fuck? You're just cleaning the equipment, right? So my anesthesia walks in. There is one guy, the doctor, my anesthesia, my nurse. My anesthesia walks in. His hair is white as the snow, okay? So he says, oh, hi. This is exactly what he said, and this is exactly how he said it. Oh, hi. I'm your anesthesiologist. Can you tell me your name? Why is he talking like that? Because he's 102 years old. That's why he's fucking talking like that. When he came to me and he walked to me like this. If anybody knows what this is, that is the Ozzy fucking Osbourne shuffle. Why? Because he was old. Ozzy Osbourne. Look him up if you don't know who he is and see how he walked when he was old. That's called the Ozzy Osbourne shuffle. I named it that. Why? Because Ozzy Osbourne walked like that. Why? Because he was fucking old. So why am I saying that? Because my fucking guy was ancient. Like, what kind of medicine are you using? You had a tube full of white cream. I don't think that fucking goes in me, sir. I don't know what you're doing. So he has the nerve to happen to say, do you have any questions for me? Yep, did you bring my burger? Because I haven't eaten since Monday, and here it is damn near 12 o'clock, and I'm still starving. And so, of course, my doctor was in there. Everybody was in there. The little black man that was cleaning the instruments laughed. He giggled. And then the anesthesiologist and his doctor didn't find it very funny, which I fucking don't give a fuck. Don't have me waiting out here for 4 hours before you play in my ass. That's stupid. At all. That's so stupid. I could have at least eaten something right before you did it. Okay, cool. So, he goes, oh, I have it waiting for you right outside. I said, cool. So he comes over, shuffles again, and then says, so this is going to probably sting a little bit, but you're going to be out like a light. Did you know he put that fucking shit in my arm and my arm started? I said, oh, that does more than sting. That hurts. And I grabbed my arm, and the next thing I knew, I was waking up in the thing. But I haven't told y'all the real. So I go in there. There's another nurse. She goes, oh, I'll be right back. I'm going to use the restroom. So she goes in there, and I guess that's the nurse that stays in there the whole time, because my nurse actually went out. So that nurse goes, oh, she leaves. She comes back. I see her come back. Before I go to sleep, I see her come back. Before I go to sleep, I also feel a fucking cold draft. The door was open. Mind you, before I went to sleep, the door was open because the nurse just walked through there. Next thing I know, my ass is out. I feel a cold draft. I look behind me. What are y'all doing? Are y'all sizing in my ass to see what thing? I need a little one. If you're asking me what the fuck tube I need, it needs to be a little fucking tube. That's what it needs to be. A little one. So I don't know what the fuck you guys are doing back there without me being asleep, but I'm pretty sure that you probably should have took this cover off after I went to sleep. You know what I mean? After I went to sleep. Because you did it before when, oh, y'all, this is new because all this stuff is new out here. This little section right here, not the green thing, but the grass is new. And this is new. So see, that's what it's called, Lancaster Community Park. Yep, dedicated 2001. Oh, wow. This was dedicated June 9, 2001. My daughter, I'm sorry, I said that earlier wrong. My daughter was born July 13, 2000. My son was born June 21st, 2001. Okay. So anyway, 2000, yeah. So anyway, that pissed me off. You have my whole ass out before I even went to sleep. Why is it that I know that my ass is out? I shouldn't even know that my ass is out. But I know that my ass is out. Before I even went to sleep, y'all are back there looking at my ass. You might as well stick the little thing in me and let me just stay awake. The fuck? So yeah, that was my, look at this fish. I don't know if y'all can see it, but it's just, it left. I guess it heard me. It was just standing there. I like how fish can just stand there in the water. I know you guys kind of can't see anything I can see in there. So much stuff in here. I would love to put a dive suit on and go in there and see. Look at the fish. Oh, there's so many fish in here. Gosh, there's so many fish. I don't think you guys can see the fish. No. But yeah, that was my little colon story. So, and we are about to leave. It is hot. I have things to do. I have to go and get groceries now. Then, I have to clean my kitchen. I have to reorganize my food pantry. And then I have shooting today. I have little shooting today. So this week is my last week. It's a free week. I don't have to shoot this week. I will shoot some things this week, but I don't have to shoot anything, turn anything in for a grade. I just have to read a lot of stuff. Then I have a week break. I am super excited to have a week break at school. While I'm off for school, I will be off from work for 3 days. Yes. So I can just redo my mind. I gotta rewire my mind from everything that I have learned with this class and with this camera, because it's a lot, and it's a lot. So yeah, I'm getting ready to go and get my day started. I hope you guys have a great week, and join me tomorrow for my morning walk. See you later.